Here we are, we have a couple things going on. This set of boxes had honey in them. We extracted the honey, and you can't get every little bit out. So we like to set it out in the sun where the bees can find them, and then they will go in and clean out the frames. They will get the last bits of honey that we can't get and take it back to the hive. They'll eat it and carry it back. And it also has the benefit and the problem of feeding other insects as well. So earlier you might have seen a couple bumblebees on the frames. There's obviously a butterfly moth type critter there. There's a bumblebee back there. But they'll clean out the frames and get every last bit of it out. So nothing really gets wasted. If we can't get it, the bees will take it back. There's a bumblebee on the top box. So they don't usually take much of the comb that's been opened. They sometimes will take a little bit, but for the most part, they're taking all the honey and any pollen and stuff that's left over. A butterfly just landed to see if maybe she could get in on the action. There's a bumblebee. So then this setup that we have over here is an open feeder for the bees. So at this point in the year, we're in what we call the dearth, which is when it's dry, there aren't a lot of new blooms, so there's not a lot of nectar, there's not a lot of pollen, and so the bees are basically getting pretty hungry at this point. If there's honey on the hives, if we haven't pulled it, often they'll start eating that and go ahead and use their honey stores to get through this period of time until the fall blooms start. We're close to the fall blooms. One of the major blooms that the bees like in the fall is goldenrod, and that they'll store a lot of goldenrod honey to get through the winter. But this is a combination mixture of sugar and water. So basically, we just go buy sugar, dissolve it in water, put it in this bucket, and there are some little seep holes where there's a vacuum created by turning it upside down, and so they can pull just a little bit out, and the vacuum continues to stay, so they only get a little bit. They've all come from the hive to try to find some. I had one land on my hand here. She's just sitting here. If you're calm and you don't do anything, she'll probably just walk away. She's trying to figure out what she's going to do next. There she goes. We have a white German Shepherd. Her name is Tilly. So these would be bees from any and all of the local hives that have come to find it.